But, you know, one thing coming from tonight, you got a really good football team coming in here, and if anything, we ought to be able to learn and kind of gauge where we are. I know you're seeing improvement every week, and that's what you expect from your kids. How's practice been this week?
We had a really good week of preparation. You know, you're right. It's been a rough go so far, but, you know, we're focused on tonight. We're focused on these next, coming up games. It's a long season. And, you know, I've always said you want to be playing your best football at the end of the year. And so, you know, we need to find a way to get in the playoffs, keep improving each week. And we got a really young team. We're not making excuses for that. Got a lot of inexperience. And the good side of that is we're going to keep getting better. And, you know, we can keep getting better every week, keep believing in each other. And these guys have stuck together, and they're actually starting to come together, believe it or not, even with the first 2 weeks being a little slow for us. But, you know, we're excited about tonight and, you know, playing the number 4 team in the state. You know, our guys are really excited about the opportunity.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying. You know, the first week against Clark Prep, you know, we saw what we saw, but then going into the game against Banks last week, I thought the kids played a whole lot better than they did the week before. And like I said, I've been around this game long enough to know that what you hope in the position that you're in is just to get them better a little bit each and every week, and certainly you've been able to see that.
Sure, you know, and again, it's early, but, you know, I think week 1 we weren't very good physically. The effort was not there, and then, you know, the techniques and execution were not there. And then last week the effort improved, but the execution still was lacking. So, you know, we're hoping to put both those things together tonight, and I think you're going to see a much more improved, you know, product on the field when you're obviously giving good effort and you're also doing the other things. You know, you're going to be able to move the football, you're going to be able to stop people.
Right. 2 games into the season, any injuries or anything like that you need to talk about?
We got a couple guys nicked up, nothing major, and, you know, with the roster size we have, everybody's critical. But with that being said, that's football. You know, I've been coaching for a while now, and I've yet to been through a season where we didn't have somebody get hurt. So, you know, we know that that's part of it. It's next man up mentality. And, you know, we feel good about the guys we're suiting up tonight to put on the field.
Well, I know the way it's always been put to us, you know, and I've heard coaches say this a lot before, that it's one thing you can play hurt. Now, we don't expect you to play injured, but you can play hurt. So getting hurt, that's just part of the game. You know, football's a collision sport. You know, that's another thing I've often heard. People say, well, football's a contact sport. No, basketball's a contact sport. Football's a collision sport. You know, so you're going to get dinged up and stuff. So that's good to hear that everybody, nobody's really hurt. That's going to have to sit out for us. So we're going to have a full complement on the field when we take the field here in just a little while.
We'll have a few guys standing next to us, but nobody, like I said, that we don't feel good about the next guy coming in. We've got a couple guys with some pulls and some tweaks and whatnot, but I think they'll be back in a week or 2, and we'll go from there. But, you know, the good part of that is we're going to get some other guys some experience, and we're going to be able to build some depth with that.
Anything offensively changing from what we've done first 2 weeks?
We've added a few packages. We've got a short yardage package we're going to put in tonight. You'll get to see, and then you know, we're going to open up the offense a little bit. We've been pretty conservative the first few weeks, just because we were still learning what we're doing and that kind of thing. But I think tonight's the night where we kind of open it up a little bit and kind of see where we are, you know, through the air, and I think we'll throw the ball a little more than we have in the past.
In looking at Jackson, Jackson's averaging on offense 42.5 points a game. Defensively, what do you do to stop that?
Well, you got to stop them from running the football. I mean, that's what they want to do, and they're really good at it. You know, the quarterback's good as well, so you can't just focus on that. You've got to make sure, you know, you're sound in the secondary, and if you've got a zone, if you've got a man, you cover that guy. But it all starts up front. You know, we got to establish the line of scrimmage on our side of the ball and not theirs. And you know, if we can do that, and we can get in their backfield and create, you know, their guys from being able to get where they want to be and have to maybe cut it back on some of their outside stuff, or maybe make it bounce it on some of their inside stuff, and I think we're going to have some success on defense.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to it. This will be game number 3 for us, so we're knocking them off. And the season, you think it's a long time, but they seem to get shorter each and every year.
No doubt.
Anyway, good luck to you tonight. Hopefully everything's gonna turn out well for us, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Good to see you. And with that being said, we're in the middle of the invocation. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back with Cougar football on WBZR Atmore.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore. To experience the know-how, best price, worst way of doing business, stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135. Diamond gasoline stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. So they're selling or buying homes. Hello?
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah, we're here. We had the national anthem going on. That's why I didn't.
Oh, he thought he lost it. Okay. Coming to you here in about another 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Nashville Avenue and state.org on the west. Choosing the right realtor makes see.
And welcome back as we get set to get this ball game started here on a Friday night in Canoe, Alabama. The Escambia Academy Cougars taking on the Jackson Academy Eagles as they made the trip across the river from way over on the other side, the other side of the Alabama River, over there in the Piney Woods area of the state, and they're here, and they've got a really good football team as we get set for this ball game tonight. They the Jackson Academy Eagles, coached by Coach Jacob Webb, they're in AISA. They're a Class A team in Region 2. They were the state runner-up last year in Class A, and they've got a record this year of 4-0. Rick, the Jackson Eagles, the Jackson Academy Eagles, they're averaging 42.5 points a game this season on offense, and they're only giving up 6.5 points defensively. That's a pretty good football team.
Oh, yeah, we know they're a good football team. They've already they beat Clark Prep, who we know has got a good football team. I think Clark Prep's 2-1, or maybe even 3-1, and so this is probably one of the better teams Jackson Academy's had in a while.
Yeah, Jackson was the state runner-up last year. They came up a little short in Class 1A. The captains are on the field, and Escambia Academy is going to receive the opening kickoff. And if you're looking at your radio, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube, you can see that the Cougars will be receiving the football to your left. That'll be to the north end zone, and Jackson Academy will be kicking the ball off from right to left. So we're just about ready to get things started here on this Friday night. The Jackson Academy Eagles and these Escambia Academy Cougars. Of course, these Cougars are coached by first-year head coach Brandon Wilcox. They play in AISA Class 2A Region 1. They were the Class 2A state runners-up last season. So far on the year, the Cougars with a record of 0-2. The Cougars are averaging 16.5 points on offense and giving up 36 points on defense. So far this season, the Cougars looking to do better tonight. And talking with Coach Wilcox before the game, one of the things he said, you know, they've got a young squad. They're not making any excuses for that. But one of the things you got to hope for as a football coach is you just hope that each and every week you see these young kids step up and get a little better. And so that's what the Cougars will be looking for here in this ball game tonight. So a really good football team here between that Jackson brings over here. So we're going to get to see them here on defense first. And the Cougars, hopefully, in talking with Coach Wilcox before the game, he said that the Cougars had tried to put in a few offensive wrinkles, and hopefully here early in the ball game we'll get to see those offensive wrinkles and get to see them pay some dividends. So as we continue on this Friday night, about to get things started as the Eagles bring their kicking team out. And we're trying to get organized here in the press box to get things going. And, of course, trying to get a hold of my Jackson Academy roster. Lining up to do the kicking, number 4, is going to be Kane Richardson, a junior who will do the kicking duties for Jackson Academy. Christian Crook back deep to receive for the Cougars. End-over-end kick's going to be fielded by an up man. That looks like it's going to be number 1, Jacob Lee. Lee with the football battling out to near the 40-yard line before he's going to be taken down by a host of Eagles, and he'll be dropped just short of the 40. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 39-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will have the ball first down and 10 for their first offensive possession at the 39. Trips left, wide receiver set right.
Oop. So we got all sides probably on Jackson, I think.
A lot of people jumped. Let's see who gets the call. Of course, it's going to be a dead ball. It is going to be encroachment or offsides. That's going to be a 5-yard mark-off. So the ball moves from the 39 out to the 44-yard line, and it'll be first down and 5 for the Cougars. Same set, trips left, wide receiver set right. Christian Crook, the lone setback, he'll be in the backfield with Jacob Lee, who's in the shotgun. There's the snap. Looking. Now no time to.
Yeah,
he's going to get
any time then.
Yeah, he looked, Rick, looked like he was looking at a couple of receivers, but nobody was open.
Yeah,
and he just pulled it down and was unable to advance the football. That play actually loses about 2 yards. Now slot receivers set right and left. Same backfield set. Christian Crook, number 3, in the backfield with Jacob Lee, number 1, the quarterback. Lee from the shotgun, looking over the defense. Here's the snap. Going to throw it out there. It's going to be, almost picked off. Almost picked off. As obviously you could see that Jackson has seen that play on film because they smelt it out
all over that one,
and went right to it.
So 3rd and 7.
3rd down now and 7 yards to go for the Cougars. Ball still in their own territory between the 41 and 42-yard line. Slots right and left.
Jackson
Christian
showing
Crook.
blitz on the 4-man line. The linebacker eased up there. They're in a standard 43 defense.
Looks like Jacob Lee recognized the blitz.
Out of it,
Now the handoff is going to be, that's going to be Christian Crook. He's going to have enough for a Cougar first down.
Yes, sir. Nice run.
And Christian still on his feet.
Good speed.
I believe I heard someone say that there were flags down. I'm looking for them.
They are going backwards. I don't see the flags. Yeah, I do now on the other side. Holding.
It's going to be holding against the Cougars. That'll be a spot of the foul penalty and 10 yards from that point. Actually, because the hold took place beyond the line of scrimmage, it's going to be backed up 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. And now that's going to be 3rd down and about 17 yards to go for a Cougar first down. Jacob Lee looking to throw, got a man open, but he misses the football.
Looking, he's going for ST there.
Yep. The pass falls incomplete. That's going to bring up a punting situation here for the Cougars.
There's our train.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Always comes through about kickoff time. 4th down and 17 yards to go. And the Cougars are going to be forced to punt the football. Jacob Lee doing the punting for the Cougars. Back deep for Jackson. And I don't see a 16 on the roster.
Yeah. They're just going to let that one roll out about the 32. 31, 32.
So that'll be a first down now for Jackson as they send the offense out on the field for the first time. And we'll just keep it right here as usually in between times on these early change of possessions, the referees go ahead and get the ball rolling, get it going. And it looks like Jackson's offense is already out there and ready to go. It's going to be first down and 10 Jackson. The ball at their own 32-yard line.
Number 7 for Jackson's quarterback. That'd be Huntley Dees, a sophomore.
Handoff is going to be to the first back through. Good defensive stand there by the Cougars.
Sure was.
One of the things that Coach Brandon Wilcox said pregame is that one thing Jackson is going to do is they're going to try to move the football on the ground. They want to run the football.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's not the kind of penalty that you want first play of the game defensively.
No. Yeah, that's a big one. Personal foul, face mask.
Yeah, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, going to bring up a first down now for Jackson and move the ball all the way out near midfield. It'll be across the 45 to the 47. And it'll be 1st and 10. A little movement that was uncalled in the backfield there as the...
Got some running room. That
Yep.
Number 16, I don't have a 16 on the roster, of course, so not sure who that is, but nice run by the running back.
Yeah, first down yardage was gained all the way into Cougar. Yeah, the fullback, he kind of raised his head a little bit, and just that little bit of movement should have been flagged as motion, but was not. First down and 10, ball in Cougar territory now at about the 42-yard line. Straight up the middle. That's what Jackson wants to do. They want to keep the ball on the ground. On the carry for them is number 6.
Micah Anderson, a junior for Jackson. Picked up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, that's going to be a second down now and 3. The nose of the football just across the 35-yard line. Second down and 3. Quarterback rolling to his right, looking for a man open. Has a couple of men down there, but throws the ball into the ground as he was hurried a little bit, and the nose of the football just never stayed up. It just went straight into the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, I think Ty McCants was getting some pressure on him on that play, number 2.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 3 for Jackson.
Oh.
And that's what Jackson wanted to do right there. They ran a cadence that they were trying to get somebody to jump. If you can't get those 3 yards on your own, get somebody to give them to you, and that's exactly what they did as the Cougars jump into the neutral zone. And now that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and a 1st down.
Yeah, 1st down at about the 30, just inside the 30 of the EA.
1st down and 10. Jackson Academy, they've got the drive going here to their first possession of the ball game. Handoff is going to be to number 16. He's on the carry, got running room, still on his feet, battling for yardage, all the way inside to near the 10-yard line.
Yep.
May actually be inside the 10 before he's brought down.
Yeah, the last guy to get him was number 21, Timmy Dorr. Made the tackle after a nice run. So we don't have number 16's name, but it's just a straight sweep that they're running there with good blocking.
Well, we don't have a 16, but we've got a 15. My guess is that may be him, Cameron Thomas. Maybe Cameron Thomas, who is a senior.
He would be a senior, and it does say running back, so that could be him. A nice stop by Timmy Doyle on that. And it's come back the other way with a reverse.
Yep. Good little misdirection play, and that's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown for Jackson.
That's senior wide receiver Thomas Gilmore, number 3 for Jackson Eagles.
So with 7:52 left to go here in the first quarter, the score Jackson 6, Escambia Academy nothing. Yep. And the point after touchdown coming.
They will be going for 2. Just a good series of plays by Jackson, sweep, 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 and then come back with the misdirection reverse. And
there's the handoff. It's going to be to 16 again, and he's going to go in, and the point after is going to be good. So with 7:52 remaining in the first quarter, the score Jackson Academy 8, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out of
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and Atmore Auto Parts, 7 to 5, and on Saturdays, 7 to 12. Parts. Your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
And welcome back, Escambia Academy with the football now as they get started back on offense after the kick by Jackson Academy. Cougars trailing in the ball game by a score of 8-0. And this will be the second possession for the Cougars after they went 3 and out and had to punt during their first possession. Cougars with not bad field position here. Ball spotted down at the 40-yard line, their own 40. Trip receivers to the left, single wide receiver to the right. Christian Crook in the backfield with Jacob Lee, the quarterback. Jacob's in the shotgun. There's the snap. They're going to run the little spot pass out to the far side. They've got some running room. That's going to be a block in the back, I believe.
Yeah.
The wide out let the defensive back, the cornerback kind of ran by him, and then he pushed him in the back as he went by.
Yeah.
And that's what the penalty's going to be. I mean, it was right there in front of everybody and very easy for the officials to see because, if these 59-year-old eyes can see them from here,
across the field.
Yeah, they certainly saw it from there, and that's what the penalty is going to be. So a block in the back nullifies the play. It's going to be first down in a bunch, about 25. Jacob Lee looking to throw the football, throws it into the ground, and there comes another big penalty flag that was tossed by the white hat all the way across the field. I'm not sure what he saw, probably a holding of some sort. As they discuss it, talk about it, make a decision, now they're going to signal what it is. That is going to be another penalty against the Cougars, but I still haven't seen anybody show us anything as to what the penalty was.
It was a hold.
Yeah, here he comes. It is a hold. Holding against the Cougars. So that's going to be another 10-yard penalty that's backing the Cougars up.
Yeah, the good news is it's first down. The bad news is it's 35 yards to go.
So first down and 35 for the Cougars, with trips to the left-hand side, single wide receiver to the right. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, he's in the shotgun. Christian Crook, number 3, is in the backfield. There's the snap. Fake to Crook. Down the middle of the field looking for a man. Had him open there momentarily, but just overthrows him.
Yeah, that was S.T. Clark. He was open and had the inside position, but like you said, just a little bit overthrown.
So that'll bring up now a second down. Second down and 35. And you don't think as a coach when you get on the chalkboard you're ever going to have to draw up a play for
first and 35.
For first and 35 or second and 35. There's a little pass over the middle. That's going to be Christian Crook. Christian Crook with running room. Got some speed. Comes out across the 40. So gets a big chunk of yardage. But still not enough for a first down. It's going to be third down now.
At least it's manageable. You know, it did take a big chunk out of it. So we just be penalty free here. Maybe we can.
Well, I like the word you used right there, but, I mean, realistically, is third down and 9 what you would refer to as manageable?
Yeah, well, compared to first and 35 or second and 35. It's more manageable.
So third down and 9 for the Cougars. Trips to the left, wide receiver to the right. Christian Crook still in the backfield. Jacob Lee, the quarterback. He's going to take the snap. Handoff is going to be to Christian Crook. Crook looking for a block.
That's got to be a horse collar.
And somebody got smoked over here on the sideline, too. That was a Cougar that was in street clothes. And so it does look like that there's going to be a foul on the play that is going to go against Jackson. And if it is the horse collar tackle, that's going to be enough for a Cougar first down. That'll be a 15-yard penalty from where the foul occurred, and that's what they're marking off.
So they're able to recover from that first and 35 at least.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle against Jackson. 15-yard penalty, moves the ball down inside Jackson Eagle territory. It'll be at the 41-yard line, and then the Cougars will have a first down and 10. There's the throw, going to be far side, looking for running room. He's got some blocking and some running room. And that's Christian Crook battling for yardage.
Yeah, Christian. Yeah, that was S.T. Clark. Let me see. That was Devin Kelly on that.
Okay, Devin Kelly, number 2.
5.
Oh, number 5. I'm sorry. I'm looking at two different players. Play actually gains about 6, maybe 7 yards. Of course, he ran about 35 or 40 to pick up those 7, but at least it is positive yardage on a first down.
Yeah, second and 3.
Good job there by the quarterback, Jacob Lee, as he directed
nice
one
hold.
of his wide receivers
Close
to
quickly, but I believe
to move up on the line of scrimmage. If he hadn't have done that, the Cougars would have been penalized right there because they'd have had too many men in the backfield.
Yeah.
But Jacob did a good job directing the outside receiver to step up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we'll call that a long one.
So 3rd down and 1. Ball across the 35 to down near the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Cougars with slot receivers to both sides. Single setback. Jacob Lee takes the snap. Little flare pass out of the backfield. That's going to be wrapped up quickly.
Yeah, that was Tom McCants on that, number 2, but he didn't have any running room at all, really. They sniffed that out pretty quick. Little swing pass, flare pass.
Yeah, really nothing disguised that play right there. And running it close to the short side of the field is really difficult.
Yeah, they were all over that one. But I think we'll go for it right here, of course. We don't have anything to lose.
Brings up a 4th down now. 4th down and about 7. Christian Crook into the ball game. He's going to be the setback. Gets the play from Jacob Lee. Probably not the play. He probably already knows the play, but he's getting the cadence. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle. That's going to be to number 3. Christian Crook gains a few yards, but not enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, we'll go over on downs to Jackson Eagles.
So Jackson Academy with the football. And the Cougars defense will be out there with 3:15 remaining here in the first quarter of play. The score: Jackson Academy 8, Escambia Academy nothing. Jackson with a single setback, 2 H-backs. Handoff is going to be to number 16 as he is at right tackle.
Yeah, I get the feeling they're just going to run that play till, as they say, run it till they stop it, because that's about the 7th time they've called that same play. It's just a standard, not even really a sweep. It's more like just a straight give.
Senior Cameron Thomas on the carry. Play picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 5. The football comes across the 40 to the 42-yard line. There's the snap. Straight up the middle.
Nice stop.
Cougars play tough defensively there. It was a nice stop.
Yeah, I know I saw Nick King, number 60, in on that tackle. Looks like number 84 was in on it too, Eli McElhaney.
So no gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 now for Jackson. And usually on the first drive that we saw, this is where they throw in that little wrinkle, little misdirection play, as they all get to going one way and then hand it back to one of the H-backs coming the other. There he comes. There's the misdirection, looking to make a tackle. Somebody's got to hit him. He breaks the tackle, breaks free, and now he's headed down the field. Let's see if anybody can catch him. Yep. Finally from behind. And we got somebody up for the Cougars hobbling on the play.
That was a nice play to run him down like that. He just ran him down straight from behind. Didn't even have an angle, really.
It was a nice play, but not until after a big gain there by Jackson Academy. Ball all the way down to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal from the 9. Handoff is going to be to number 16. Following blockers. It'll now be 2nd down and goal for Jackson. is on the carry, number 16, Cameron Thomas, the senior.
Number 57 entering the game, Zeke McElhaney.
Second down and goal from the 2. Inside a minute to go here in the first quarter. There's the snap.
That's number 1 again.
Yep. And it looks like he's going to be short.
Yeah, he is just about a yard or half yard short.
And that's probably going to end the first quarter of play. I don't know. They may get another playoff here before the quarter ends. Jackson's breaking the huddle with 16 seconds to go in the first quarter. Third and goal. Quarterback sneak. Yep, they're going to signal a touchdown.
Quarterback sneak. Yep, got it.
And so a quarterback sneak scores for Jackson. And with 6.2 seconds to go in the first quarter, the score, Jackson 14, Escambia Academy nothing. Point after's coming, and of course, more than likely, like they did after the first touchdown, they'll go for 2.
Yeah.
Jackson on offense, quarterback under center. There's going to be the handoff to number 3. He's going to dance his way into the end zone for the point after touchdown, and it is going to be good. Number 3 on the carry was Thomas Elmore. He's also a senior. So with 6.2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, the score, Jackson Academy 16, Escambia Academy nothing. And we'll keep it right here until we get to the quarter break, and then we'll take a moment to talk about our sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, we got to mention that we do have sponsors that sponsor only the video portion of this broadcast, and we are proud to say that those sponsors sponsoring the video portion that goes out over Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much for Johnson Ford, also Reynolds Real Estate, and Dr. William Harris General Surgery here from Atmore, as they sponsor the video portion of what goes out over Facebook and YouTube here each on every Friday night. Of course, we have a whole slew of sponsors that sponsor us here. You hear them during commercial breaks here for WBZR, and we are so proud to have them, and you'll hear those sponsors mentioned as we go along and run those commercial breaks. And what we would like for you to do is to be able to kind of keep a running count of the sponsors that you hear, and as you hear them, go by and pay homage to them and tell them thank you for allowing us to do what we do on Friday night and bring you high school football on the radio here at WBZR. Cougars are going to get the football when we come back. They'll have the ball first down and 10. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 40-yard line. But at the end of the first quarter of play, the score, Jackson Academy 16, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure, everywhere you go, you'll find people who take their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the community. We want you to know that whatever your plan, if they're big or small, will be. Have a question? Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice that get great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room in color. And the lawn just right. From changing the porch light, hanging pictures on the wall. Help. Local ACE is just minutes away. Up. ACE. Help. Right.
Steve, Grant Lumber and Hardwares with locations in Bruton, Central, and Nashville.
And welcome back as we continue here on this Friday night. The Escambia Academy Cougars trailing Jackson Academy by a score of 16-0 as we get set to get started here with the second quarter of play. Cougars with the football. It'll be first down and 10. Nose of the football at the Cougar 40-yard line.
First and 10 Cougars from the 40.
Slot, or actually trip receivers to the right-hand side. They got a single receiver to the left. Christian Crook in the backfield with Jacob Lee, the quarterback. Jacob's in the shotgun. They move Christian Crook from the left-hand side of the offense to the right. And here's a little shot that's going to be a end around, that's really a pass play. As the ball does go forward, it's going to be a penalty marker down also on the play. It looks like it's either going to be a holding or possibly a block in the back far side. So the Cougars have kind of fallen on their own sword tonight, committing quite a few penalties here in the first half of play. That's what keeps backing them up.
Yep, it's third game in a row with quite a few penalties. So every time we get a positive play, we get backed up just about. Nice drive the last time, though. Let's see if we can. They overcame the penalties last time to put together a nice drive.
With that being a spot of the foul penalty, the way it backed them up a bunch. It's going to be first down and looks
second
like to be,
down,
or second down and about 30.
Yeah.
Jacob Lee looking downfield. Now he's going to peel back and go the other way. He's got to try to find somebody. Finally finds a man open and got a lot of running room far side. Let's see who the receiver was.
It's like S.T. Clark, number 22.
Yeah, I do believe that was ST. ST found himself all alone out there as the scrambling Jacob Lee drew a lot of attention, and everybody forgot about ST out there. ST makes the reception, and he's going to gain.
And that's how you help your quarterback out. He was waving his arms, and, and Jacob turned around and saw him and threw the ball all the way back across the field. But, I mean, he was by himself, so nice catch and run afterwards. Yep, first down.
Yeah, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty added to that's going to be against Jackson. And so with the penalty yardage, that's going to bring up a first down. The penalty will move the ball into Jackson. So that was a personal foul roughing the passer call that was called against Jackson. First down and 10, the ball now in Eagle territory. Cougars with the football. Jacob Lee looking downfield, going to throw it. Got a man open, looking for running room, but I tell you, well defended there. That pass play was well defended and actually lost yardage. Other scores around the area.
Play loses 1 yard, second down, 11.
Escambia County, the Blue Devils, taking on Wilcox Central tonight. It's Atmore's homecoming. They're leading in the ball game by a score of 7-0 in the first quarter. Alberta, Alabama, taking on Northview, Florida. 6-0 in the first quarter. Alberta leads Northview. Orange Beach and T.R. Miller are playing in Bruton at T.R. Miller. Orange Beach leads early in that game in the first quarter, 7-0. St. Luke's Episcopal taking on J.U. Blackshear in Uri. And St. Luke's leads that ball game by a score of 7-0, it also in the first quarter. We'll try to fill you in on some of these scores as they come in and keep you updated on some of the other games around the area. First down and 5 after the penalty yardage assessed against Jackson. Handoff is going to be to number 3. That's going to be Christian Crook. Play doesn't gain much, if anything at all.
70, James Cunningham on the tackle for the Eagles.
So now that'll bring up third down and 5.
Third down, 5.
Cougars with trip receivers to the right, single wide receiver to the left. Jacob Lee's going to be the quarterback, and in there at his running back position is going to be number 3, Christian Crook. Clock running with 9:04 to go here in the first half. There's the snap. Christian Crook with the football. He's going to cut back, got some running room as he gains yardage across the 30, inside the 30, down to near the 27-yard line.
Yeah, he's close to a first if he didn't get it. Looks like he may have gotten it.
Yeah, it looks like where they're spotting the down marker that it is going to be enough for a first down. And they do give the Cougars a first down on that play, so a good job there by Christian Crook. He had that little cutback.
Yeah, that was a nice hard run. He saw a little hole and cut back into it and broke a couple of tackles and made a nice gain.
So Cougars will have a 1st and 10. The ball spotted on the Jackson Academy 28-yard line. Or actually, no, that's going to be, well, I guess it is the 28.
Yeah.
There's the snap. Jacob Lee sees a receiver. Good cutback. Now he's got running room. Still on his feet.
He's going to go.
Going to get down to near the end zone, but he's going to be stopped just short. So a good play there by the Cougars. They run, it's kind of what we used to refer to as a spot pass. It's a wide receiver screen.
St. Clark on that reception.
So ST showing some moves and some speed as he was able to spin out of a couple of tackles. And it's going to be 1st and goal now. Cougars, the ball inside the 5, spotted down at about the 2-yard line.
Is ST he's just a freshman, Ricky? Yeah, I mean, it's good to see him doing that. He's a big freshman, but, you know, nice speed, nice effort.
Very good athlete.
Touchdown,
looks like there's, I believe there's going to be flags on the play.
Yeah,
I believe the Cougars got caught moving early. It's going to be procedure against the Cougars. Yeah, I thought I saw movement before the snap, and that's why I saw the guy to the far side over there threw his flag. So it is going to be a procedure penalty against the Cougars. Back them up 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and goal still, but it'll be all the way back to about the 7-yard line. 7 minutes and 8 seconds with the clock running here in the first half.
1st and goal from the 7.
So the Cougars still have 1st and goal. And it looks like they've got a short yardage package in as they don't have wide receivers spread out. They've got everybody bunched in there tight. There's going to be the snap. Snap's going to be taken by number 1. That's going to be Jacob Lee, quarterback.
I think I saw another flag come flying in, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and the way the Cougars are reacting, it's going to be a Cougar penalty. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be motion, illegal procedure against the Cougars. So that's going to be another 5 yards back. So to the 7 yards, you add a 5. That's going to be 12 yards, and now the Cougars will take a timeout. So that's going to be 1st and goal when we get back to action. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12. But that's the thing that's hurting the Cougars right now is all these penalties.
That's right. I mean, it's shoot yourself in the foot. We had a 1st and goal at about the half-yard line, and of course now we're backed up an additional 12, 13 yards. So.
Well, one of the things that we can say just from watching ball on last Saturday, if you don't believe that penalties won't hurt you in a ball game, ask Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
First half, I mean, every time we had any momentum at all last Saturday, Alabama they would shoot themselves in the foot. And, you know, momentum stoppage like that just thank you, Tim.
And that's one of the things that, you know, just comes back to bite you in a ball game is, you know, I mean, the Cougars had a great play a while ago when ST took the ball all the way down to the 2-yard line. It was 1st and goal from the 2, and since that time, 2 back-to-back 5-yard penalties for illegal procedure. Now you're back on the 12.
2nd and 12. 2nd and goal from the 12. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's still first.
Oh, is it first?
Yeah,
first
it's still first. Yeah. It's 1st and goal, and it's still first. But instead of being 1st and 2, it's now 1st and 12.
See, Northview is now pulled ahead of Alberta 14-6 in the second quarter.
Probably on the legs of Jamarcus.
I would guess, yeah.
Yeah. So the Cougars have the ball, 1st and goal from the 12. Still in that tight offensive set. Play action. Jacob Lee looking for a receiver. It's a well-designed play, had a man open, but he just didn't have enough time to deliver the football. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and goal. 2nd down and goal from the 12. And the Cougars still looking to get something going here offensively and get the ball into the end zone. Now they're going to split it back out, widen everything back up. They've got slot receivers to the right and left. Jacob Lee in the shotgun. Single setback in the backfield with Lee. Lee looking to throw, got a man open, going to throw it. Now it's going to be incomplete.
Ooh, I was kind of glad to see that incomplete.
Yeah, because that would have been a pick 6 if number 4 would have picked it off. And the ball.
Little game of hot potato there for a second.
Yeah, that was Devin Kelly on that end of the pass, and I tell you, it hit him everywhere. Hit him in the hands to begin with, and then after the hands, it hit him everywhere else.
Yeah, a little bit like a juggling act.
So that's going to bring up now a 3rd down and another timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them. With 6:29 to go here in the first half, the score, Jackson Academy 16, Escambia Academy nothing. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Athens, invite you in. From appetizers, their own or bone, one of their fan favorites, sandwich or hot dogs. And don't forget, room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in, 8, and college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat.
And welcome back as we continue here in the first half of this ball game in Canoe, Alabama. There's the 8 o'clock train coming through Canoe. And Rick, I got to say now, we got to talk about it a little bit. We had the Heat Sports Grill before coming out here for this ball game tonight, and I'm stuffed still. And boy, the food was incredible.
Yeah, I had the loaded French fries as recommended by the waitress there, the Heat, and then it was as advertised, very good. I didn't think I was going to eat the whole thing, but as the old Pepto-Bismol commercial said, I ate the whole thing.
That's right. And yeah, because you told me, you said, hey, help yourself to some of this. Of course, I got the big old patty melt and enjoyed the patty melt.
Incomplete.
There's an incomplete pass by the Cougars, attempt by the Cougars. And I believe that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That'll be 4th and 12. 4th
and goal from the 12, yeah.
From the 12.
Offense is staying put. And I mean, what else are you really supposed to do from the opposing team's 12-yard line? Probably don't have the kicker that can kick it through from there.
Well, and it's a non-region game. I mean, you know, and you're playing the 4 ranked team in the state, so you don't really have anything to lose by going for it here.
Slot receivers to both sides. Jacob Lee looking. Now he's going to step up, going to throw over the middle. Oh, and the ball gets fumbled into the end zone.
Good gracious.
Yeah, I believe it's going to belong to Jackson.
Yeah, that'll be a touchback. Do have a flag down though.
Yeah, and I believe what the flag. Well, I'm not sure about the flag actually, but I know that the officiating crew were looking at each other because the ball, he was still going toward the goal line when he got hit, and the ball got fumbled forwards. So I'm trying to see what they're going to actually call on this.
Of course, if he broke the plane, it would be a touchdown. Oh.
Okay, so the Cougars are going to keep the football, roughing the passer. Now, and I didn't see that one because I was following the football.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a big benefit for the Cougars because that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, and half the distance, so it should be from about the 6. Yeah, it is from the 6. So
yeah, first down and goal now for the Cougars from the 6-yard line after the roughing passer call. You're absolutely right, Rick. That's a half the distance penalty, and now the Cougars have 4 more downs to try to get the ball into the end zone. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be straight up the middle, and more flags coming into play.
Good gracious.
We're going to take a minute and just go down there and take everybody's flag up. It's going to be procedure again against the Cougars. So another 5-yard penalty. And I didn't see the movement then. I had seen the movement on the previous plays. But now that's going to back them up from the 6 to the 11. And it's going to be first and goal again. Clock moving with 5:37 to go here in the first half. Cougars just trying to find something to get the ball into the end zone with. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking. Got a man open. Going to throw it out there. Breaks the first tackle. Makes a move inside. Now on his feet. Still running inside the 5.
Hard run by Christian Crook. I mean, he made something out of nothing on that one. Christian did.
Got the ball inside the 5. Looks like it's going to be spotted down about the 2. And it's going to be second down and goal now for the Cougars from the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he had Eagles all over him on that play, and he made something out of nothing on that one for sure. Good job, Christian.
Good hard run by Christian Crook. Cougars are now going to tighten the offense up. No wide receivers. Everybody tied inside. Looks like they're going to try to run the ball over the top of Jackson right here. Move Christian Crook from the right side to the left. There's the snap. Jacob Lee with the football following Crook. He's into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Cougars get on the board.
Nice run. Touchdown, Cougars. Good job, Jacob. And
Cougars coaching staff, Cougars coaching staff were looking for a flag. They wanted a flag because it looked like somebody hit Christian Crook late after he had scored. Hit Jacob Lee.
Jacob Lee, yeah.
Late after he had scored. But it is going to be a touchdown for the Cougars. So with 4:22 remaining here in the first half, the score: Jackson Academy 16, Escambia Academy 6. And the Cougars will go for 2. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, takes the snap, looking into the end zone. He's going to throw. Got a man open.
I think
Oh, no, he called it incomplete. So he didn't catch it. They don't give him the catch.
And you don't have instant replay. I'd almost like to see that because I thought he had his hands under the ball. But.
Yeah, I'm not sure that ball may have. Referee was right on top of it right there. And, of course,
Against
Brandon Wilcox, Coach Brandon
yeah.
Wilcox is going to argue with him about it, but he's not going to win that argument.
You have to go back and look at that one later. Not that it's going to matter, but anyhow, so we're on the board.
So the score now, Jackson Academy 16, Escambia Academy 6 with 4:22 remaining here in the first half. The Cougars are going to be kicking off to Jackson. And hopefully can get a turnover and maybe get another score between now and the end of the half. Of course, Jackson gets the football to start the second half. And so the kickoff team for Escambia Academy, they'll make their way out there onto the field. Ball's going to be teed up at the Cougar 40. And the Cougars just need to go down and cover well on this kickoff. Ball's being teed up now. Back deep to receive for Jackson is number 16. It's going to be Cameron Thomas. Ball is kicked, but nowhere near anyone to make a run back. And the Jackson Academy Eagles will take over the football first down and 10. If they're going to spot the ball at Jackson's 46-yard line. So they'll start with good field position here on offense, with 4:19 to go here in the first half. Jackson primarily a ground and pound type offense. They want to keep the ball on the ground.
I don't think they've attempted a pass yet, have they?
Maybe one.
Yeah,
handoff is going to be straight up the middle. That's going to be number 16 on the carry for Jackson. And we're giving 16 to Cameron Thomas. Don't actually have a 16 on the roster.
Yeah, that was,
but Cameron is 15.
That was 56, Charlie Sasser on the tackle.
Second down, 5.
So play gains 5 yards on first down. Second down and 5 now. Jackson splits wide receivers out wide to both sides. 2 H-backs in the game. Handoff is going to be a little misdirection coming at right tackle. That's going to be, and finally a good tackle there, but not before first down yardage was gained. That's going to be Cameron Thomas again on the carry.
Picks up a Jackson first down. First and 10 from the Cougar 37.
So this little misdirection offense that Jackson runs, they move the ball well on the ground and keep the drive going. Now first down and 10. The ball at the Cougar 37-yard line.
Yeah, little misdirection.
Yeah, they ran that little misdirection and nobody picked it up. It looked like the same play that they just ran to Cameron Thomas, but what they did is they faked the ball to Thomas coming at right tackle, and then they handed back to the other back going the other way. Followed the guards because that's when they pull those guards to go and lead that pass.
Yeah, just an old standard wing T reverse.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It's just old wing T football, and it's hard to stop.
Yeah, if everybody does their assignments right, that's right. It's not rocket science.
If you don't believe it's hard to stop, ask anybody that coaches against the military academies.
Right, and they're lined up in the wing T again.
And that's primarily that's their offense right there.
Is.
Handoff straight up the middle. 16 on the carry, battling for yardage, gets good yardage at left tackle.
Xander Jordan, the ball carrier. Play picks up a Jackson first down.
It is going to be a first down. Ball's going to be now inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Looks like it's at about the 7-yard line.
First and goal from the 8.
So first and goal, Jackson, with 2 minutes even to go here in the first half. There's the snap. Here comes the following these guards.
Yeah, that's tough.
And he's going to be into the end zone for a touchdown.
Thomas carries the ball in.
And that's going to be Cameron Thomas, number 16, into the end zone for Jackson. And so Jackson Academy is going to score again. And so with 1:47 to go here in the first half, the score is going to be Jackson 22, Escambia Academy 6.
Of course, they'll go for 2 again, of course. Showing no inclination to try and kick it.
Well, and with it being 1A football,
Right.
you know, that they play in, it's very difficult. You know, you don't very often find kickers are hard to come by. Quarterback's going to go in and have the 2-point conversion, no flags on the play. And so with 1:47 to go in the first half, the score, Jackson Academy 24, Escambia Academy 6. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Juniper Creek Lumber is a family-owned and operated sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluntstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber specializes in turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who wouldn't love authentic heart pine beams or new heartwood flooring custom cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100. For Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best.
Welcome back. 24-6 the score. Escambia Academy trailing Jackson Academy here in the first half. 1:47 to go. There's a little squibber going to be fielded. Now it's actually going to be bobbled by Jacob Lee, number 1, who very smartly just picks the ball up and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, he had good field position anyhow, so he just ran out there at 35.
And there again, you can see there by the way Jackson kicks the ball off, kicking is of some difficulty for them. So they don't kick extra points, and they just squib the ball on the ground, which can be effective, you know, and it is. Going to give you some scores. First off, let's set the play up here. Slots to both sides for EA. Jacob Lee now claps his hands, going to get the football, looking downfield, going to throw.
One deep.
Got a man open, going to throw the ball short. It's going to be intercepted after it was deflected. So the ball was deflected and then intercepted, so Jackson's going to get the ball back. On the interception for Jackson, number 10. And 10 is going to be Chuck Richardson, a junior. So give you some scores from around the area. Escambia County, the Blue Devils, they are leading Wilcox Central on homecoming for the Blue Devils by a score of 20-0 in the second quarter. Northview, Florida leading Alberta by a score of 21-17. That game also in the second quarter. T.R. Miller 22, Orange Beach 7. That game also prior to halftime. St. Luke's over J.U. Blackshear. That score has not changed since the first quarter. Bayside Academy 3, Jackson nothing. That game in the second quarter. And there's a running play off left tackle. It's going to gain good yardage. Looks like
the ball may have come out.
Well, the Cougars are pointing, but nobody else is.
Yeah.
None of the guys that
looks
count.
like there's a flag on the play also, Ricky.
Chambers Academy leading Banks Academy by a score of 14-0. That game in the first half. Thomasville 6, Cottage Hill Christian nothing. That game still in the first half. And St. Michael Catholic leading Satsuma by a score of 16-0. Right now we're showing XL and Flomaton playing in Flomaton. They're tied up 0-0 at this juncture of that game. So 1:27 to go here in the first half as the officials have a convention between the 40 and the 45. It's going to be a penalty of some sort, and it looks like it's going to benefit Jackson. Personal foul. It's going to be a horse collar against the Cougars. So that 15 yards is going to be added to the end of the run. And that'll make it first down and 10 for the Jackson Eagles, as the ball is now inside the 40 at about the Cougar 37-yard line. Clock now running again with 1:22 to go here in the half. There's the snap. A lot of running room there off left tackle. So a big run there by Jackson's going to pick up a first down.
Yeah, that was number 3, Thomas Elmore, the senior.
And the Cougars right now, when those plays go off tackle, they just don't have an answer for them.
No, it's really good blocking fundamental football by the Jackson Academy Eagle.
So 1:07 to go here in the first half. And the Cougars leading by a score of 24-6. And Jackson Academy with the football, and they're knocking on the door again. They've got time to score one more time if they're able to get the ball down there and get in.
Yeah.
That's probably the last timeout of the half. It does show that neither team has a timeout left.
Yeah, but they've got 67 seconds, so they've got plenty of time to try and get in. They may actually attempt to pass here, but time will tell.
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, there's been no reason for them to attempt to pass up until this. You know, I mean, they're perfectly content with running clock and just handing the ball off because they're getting big chunks of yardage on first, second, and third down.
And that's their offense.
You know, they are yet to punt during the ball game. They're just handing the ball off and eating up big chunks of yardage. So 1:07 to go, first half, 24-6 the score. Jackson Academy over Escambia Academy. Jackson Academy with the football, be first and 10 from the Cougar 17-yard line. Quarterback is in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. Got plenty of running room, and I don't think anybody even knows that he's got. That's going to be a horse collar tackle against the Cougars again.
Yeah. Of course, it's a touchdown.
Yeah, they do call it a touchdown. He had gotten in. Of course, that means that the 15-yard penalty for the horse collar is going to be attached to the ensuing kick.
For the Eagle touchdown.
So a quarterback keeper, and the thing was they ran people. They were setting up. It looked like it was going to be a pass, and then the quarterback just pulled it down and ran. And he had receivers spread all over the field running. Nobody was looking to see if the quarterback had the football, and he ran in and was untouched until he got the ball into the end zone.
So they line up to go for 2.
And I'm sitting here looking at something that I'm kind of chuckling about. myself, because we have been calling.
No one runs the ball in for the two-point conversion.
Cameron Thomas, number 16, all night.
They actually do have a 15.
Well, I think that's him.
Yeah.
I think what it is that my old eyeballs looking across the field and everything.
Oh, no, number 16 has definitely been getting it earlier.
Okay, well, then 16 may not be Cameron Thomas.
Yeah.
But we don't know who he is, so we've been given,
the roster's not correct.
Cameron's now been in the game for only 2 plays, but he's probably got 100 yards rushing.
Yeah. I mean, we're just going off the information given us.
That's right. That's all we can do.
Yeah, well, there is a 15 and a 16. 16 has definitely been carrying the ball. So don't worry about your eyes that much.
So anyway, with 58.9 seconds to go here in the first half, Jackson Academy 32, Escambia Academy 6.
See, there's 16 out on the field right now.
Yep, I see him back.
We got them both out there, 15 and 16.
So anyway, the Cougars are going to get the football back with right at a minute to go, just under a minute. There's that little squib. Wow. It's going to roll on the ground and be picked up. Jacob Lee with the football, looking for running room, still zigging and zagging, looking for a place to go, and finally he goes down.
Lee returns the ball for the Cougars.
So the Cougars are going to have the ball 1st and 10. It's going to be near their own 20-yard line, not quite to the 20, maybe the 18, with 49.8 seconds to go here in the first half. (32-6) the score. Jackson Academy leads Escambia Academy.
And a face mask on Jackson.
So that'll help out, as it'll move the ball forward 15 yards. Well,
he gave the face mask symbol, but
yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it.
Sure
there's not going to be a penalty marked off, so obviously they did not call a face mask.
I'm not sure what he was doing there.
Some kind of hand gesture occurred that.
Yeah.
Anyway, 49.8 seconds to go here in the first half. 32-6 the score. Jackson leads. Escambia Academy with the football. There's a little spot pass out here. Little wide receiver screen. And the ball falls incomplete. And it looks like the white hat is running this way, and somebody does have a penalty flag in their hand now. And I'm not sure what this penalty is going to be.
It may be time for that white hat to talk to those other fellas about these penalties.
Well, they'll probably have that conversation at halftime. He'll walk around, take everybody's flag away from them, and say, look, guys, if y'all want to get somewhere and eat, then y'all need to put them up. So it does look like it's going to be against Jackson, as the yardage is being marked off in that direction. Still no signal from anyone. Here it comes. It's going to be defensive holding against Jackson Academy. 42.7 seconds left to go here in the first half. 32-6 the score. Jackson Academy leading Escambia Academy. So the Cougars have the ball 1st down and 10. Slot receivers both sides. Christian Crook in the backfield. Jacob Lee takes the snap. Going to hand off to Crook. Good field there by the linebacker. It looked like he's number 12 that comes up for Jackson. Or actually, no, it's trying to get that number. I saw a 2. Looks like maybe 23. That's a little different than 12.
I've been still looking at number 15 there. You may have been correct on that. His jersey, the way it wrinkles up, makes it look like 16, but I believe that might be 15.
And there's a timeout on the field. I thought both teams were out of timeouts, but obviously the scoreboard was wrong. So somebody takes the timeout. 36 seconds left to go. I would imagine that at this juncture of the game, it's probably the Cougars stopping the clock.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine it being Jackson. 36 ticks left to go until we get to halftime, and the Cougars are needing to get there quickly so that they can kind of regroup and talk about some things. You know, from an offensive standpoint, this makes the third game that we've seen the Cougars, and something that Coach Brandon Wilcox said in the pregame interview, the Cougars have opened it up a little bit. You can tell that they are expanding and growing their offense. But the problem has been, so far, is the execution. Penalties have just killed them.
Penalties and I mean, they've shown explosiveness. They do have explosiveness, but you're right that it's like every time anything good happens, it's a shot in the foot by their own team with a penalty.
Well, on two different occasions, they've gotten the ball down inside the 10-yard line and had first and goal, and then the ensuing plays after that, they've backed up from illegal procedure.
Yeah.
Jacob Lee takes the snap from his quarterback position, looking to throw. He's going to throw it. Got a man wide open. Running room. Now somebody's got to get a block. Don't block in the back. And finally, caught from behind.
Flags. You can hear the crowd going, flags.
And it's like they're expected. That's what makes it so bad is, you know, when, oh, okay, well, and that's what Jacob Lee was across the line of scrimmage. So it's an illegal forward pass, and that's where the flag came from. It was actually a great play.
Yeah. I thought it might have been past it when
well, you know, I mean, it's hard for me to watch him and then pay attention to where the line of scrimmage was, but he did move the ball forward quite a bit, and obviously it was too much.
Yeah.
But still in all, it's a positive, good play. You know, I mean,
it was explosive, just like we were just saying in a penalty.
16 is 15, can't.
Okay, thanks, Tim.
So what was a positive play there for the Cougars is now, again, a negative play. But still in all, at this juncture of the season and dealing with the youth that the Cougars are dealing with, you got to accentuate that positive.
That's right.
That was a good play. Even though it backed us up afterwards, you look at something, that's something that you can build on.
Yeah.
So Jacob Lee's going to hand off. Whistle's going to end.
He's going,
the
though.
quarter.
He's got some speed.
He does have some speed, but finally he's going to run out of room and get drugged down.
Yeah.
And so that's going to end the first half. That's going to be the final play of the first half. The score at the end of 2 quarters of play, Jackson Academy 32, and there are flags down, so let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be against the Cougars, so it's holding against the Cougars, so that penalty is going to be declined, and that will end the half. So we'll go to halftime with the score, Jackson Academy 32, Escambia Academy 6. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Here's some good policy from your local agent and Auto Owners Insurance. When your insurance policy comes from us, it comes with something extra, a real person. Don't buy from an insurance company with an 800 number and a voicemail menu. Auto Owners Insurance operates exclusively through local independent agencies here to help you 24/7. Now that's good policy.
This is Larry White Insurance Agency at 430 Palafox Street in Fulmerton, or call 296-2471. Why buy at Johnson Ford? We put our customers' wants and needs first. We respect your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve highest levels of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 Main Street in Atmore. To experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business, stop by and see Tim Johnson and the staff or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
And welcome back here at halftime at Escambia Academy as we continue moving forward here on this Friday night. Glad to have you folks with us. And Cougars losing in the ball game by a score of 32-6. Had a couple of things happen in the first half of the ball game that really looked positive for the Cougars. But, you know, the scoreboard really doesn't reflect those positive things. But still, you know, Rick, we've talked about what the Cougars have lost from last year as far as numbers of kids, numbers of really good athletes that they've lost. They had some good younger kids coming back, but that's exactly what they are. They're just younger players. And so as having a new coach come in, Coach Wilcox is installing a new system, and he's having to put it in kind of piece by piece. We've seen the first couple of games. You and I talked. We talked over supper today when we had supper there at the Heat Sports Grill in downtown Atmore. You know, one of the things that the Cougars are faced with is that they're having to indoctrinate these kids into this new system. And the first couple of games that we saw, offense was really kind of vanilla. There wasn't a whole lot of movement, wasn't a whole lot of misdirection. Well, tonight, third game of the season, just as Coach Wilcox said prior to the game in our interview with him, is that they were going to open it up a little bit and try to install some new stuff. They were going to go to a more power-looking package, which they did, not spreading the ball out as much and bringing people inside. They have thrown the ball more and not done bad. They've thrown an interception, but going into this third game of the season, after seeing the first two games that we saw, you can, with your eyeballs, watch this team play and see that they are making a progression in the right direction.
No, they have, and we've seen the explosive plays. You know, out of a team of 30, they've got exactly 5 seniors. And you and I were just talking about St. Clark, who you go to church with. Just a 9th grader, and he's made some of those explosive plays himself. Christian Crute, of course, he is a senior, and he has played well, and so has Jacob Lee. But the penalties is the story. I mean, almost every time they had an explosive play or just a good play in general, they would shoot themselves in the foot with some sort of penalty. Yeah, penalties have just been brutal for the Cougars, and they come at the most inopportune times. Of course, there's really, you know, if you talk to a football coach at any level, there is no opportune time for your team to get penalized. But the Cougars just, you know, they have a good play that they get the ball down inside the 5-yard line. They had earlier 1st and goal in the 2, and then on the next 2 ensuing plays, they're backed up 5 yards apiece. And now instead of having a 1st and goal from the 2, you've got a 1st and goal from the 12. Right. Well, it's a lot easier to play defense on a 1st and goal from the 12 than it is on a 1st and goal from the 2. Right. And they actually did score one time, and it got called back on that. You know, so so you know, there you go. You got things that you can progress with and build on, and of course, you know, like I say, Coach Brandon Wilcox came in here from his previous coaching position, and he very difficult for what he has been asked to do. Yeah. He came in late, and not only that, he came in late and followed a legend. All right. You know, I mean, Coach Hugh Fountain, there's no doubt about, you can look at his coaching resume. Right. Everywhere that he's been, he's won. Right. And so he built this to be a winning program, and when Coach left, when Coach Fountain left and ended up at W.S. Neal High School in East Bruton, now the Cougars are really, they hired a coach late. They ended up with some kids that transferred out, probably partially because of the fact that Coach Fountain no longer was here, yeah. And so they've just had a lot of struggles that they've had to overcome. Now, are they progressing? Yes, we've just said that. We're watching them from week to week, and every week they're getting a little bit better. Right. And that's all you can hope to do. I mean, as a coach, you know, the goal of any coach, I mean, you want to win, no doubt,
But there are times in your coaching career that you have to basically relegate to, are my kids getting better? Are they buying into what we're selling them, to what we're putting out there for them to do? And there's no doubt about it. Looks like the Cougars are doing that as each and every week they're able to get a little better. You know, we talked about it before this game ever started. This is a good football team they're playing tonight.
Oh, they are, yeah. And they've played together for a long time, and they don't have many players. They're a 1A school, but of the 25, they've got a lot of seniors. And Jackson's a good team. I mean, lining up in the straight wing tee and just running straight at you. But they grew up together, and they're a good team, like you said. They went to the finals last year. So.
Well, and you know, when you've got programs like, say, Jackson, where you've got kids, because you know in the AISA, a lot of these AISA schools, they have. They start at the Pee Wee ranks.
Right.
You know, they have their own Pee Wee league and Pee Wee teams. All right, so these kids, for Jackson, they probably started running this wing tee offense back when they were 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah,
right.
You know, and they've been running it every year. It just expands and gets a little more diverse the older they get. And that's something to be said about the Cougars. Their new coaching came in, new coaching philosophy, new terminology on offense, new terminology on defense. So they're just having to come in and learn from the get-go a totally new deal from Coach Wilcox. And like I said, they are getting better from week to week to week. You can tell it on the field that they're getting better, even if it's not telling that much on the scoreboard right now. But you can't scoreboard watch. You got to see how they're progressing and the way they're playing. If that's getting better, then you're doing the right things.
That's right, and it does look better than the first week that we watched against Clark Prep. So, and then that's all you can do is, as we said before, how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? And in this case, it's one play at a time and one game at a time, and look for that improvement.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back and update you on some scores that we may or may not have as we look down the list from our friends at the Atmore News, as they provide scores for area teams. And so we're gonna be able to give you some of those scores as we get them when we come back. We're at the half. The score, Jackson Academy 32, Escambia Academy 6. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline Stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida. We area. Good luck all season. Thank you for making Diamond your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this broadcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank screen at Diamond Gasoline. Whether for buying home, lot, land, or commercial property in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks in Southern State. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobbs are ready to assist you with located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at Southern Real Estate. Call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
And we want to thank all of our sponsors that allow us to come do what we do on Friday night. Southern Real Estate, Debbie Rowell and her crew over there. If you're looking for a home, then go by and see them. They'll be glad to talk to you about the housing market in the Atmore and surrounding areas. And we're always proud to have Ms. Debbie and her crew on as one of our sponsors on Friday night. Also want to tell you about Juniper Creek Lumber, located in Uri, Alabama. Juniper Creek Lumber, they sponsor Escambia Academy Cougar football. And I want to tell you something now. If you bought lumber lately, it comes at a cost, and lumber prices are pretty high out there if you end up having to go to one of these other big box lumber yards and pick them up. But if you want good lumber, and if you want it cut to your exact specification, go out there and see Cooper Dean or Greg Fralick, and they will hook you up at Juniper Creek Lumber, located in Uri. I'll try to pass along those numbers to you again here before we get off the air, or just listen up for the for the advertisement. They'll be glad to see you at Juniper Creek. And the thing is something that they're doing now that's brand new at Juniper Creek. They're adding to their operation. They have added their own drying kiln on property in Uri where they have their sawmill. And not only that, they've added a planer that they're in the process of getting all that hooked up. So you will be able to, instead of buying rough cut lumber for whatever you are using it for, you will actually be able to buy finished lumber, finished just like you would go and buy it from Lowe's or Home Depot or somewhere like that. Finished lumber, kiln dried on the property, so you can get it. I mean, it's going to be good stuff. And not only that, the thing that makes it so special is if you need those special cuts, if you need to go in, then they will cut it. You give them what you want. Give them the dimensions that you want and how you want it cut. They'll cut it to your specification, and you can go by and pick it up, or they can deliver it to you, or whatever, however you want it done. You'll have to work all that out with them. But call them. They'll be glad to hear from you. That's Juniper Creek Lumber, a family-owned and operated sawmill operation in Uri, Alabama. We're glad to have them on a sponsorship here on the program. And as Rick and I said, of course, the fine folks we talked about before, fine folks at Johnson Ford, Rob Ellis, and he's our buddy, and he's been selling those fine Ford automobiles for Mr. Jim Johnson and all the folks at Johnson Ford. And, of course, my belly is still, from that heat. Oh yeah, from the Heat Sports Grill. You know, something I wanted to do and didn't do, and I may do it tomorrow because I got to work tomorrow before I go home. And before I go home to watch Alabama football tomorrow, what I may do is go by and get me some of that deep dish apple pie ice cream from 30 Below Ice Cream Shop.
Well,
if you've never been to the Heat Sports Grill or to 30 Below, you need to go by and see them. Fine folks, fine food, and I'm gonna tell you, the only ice cream that I've had from there so far is the deep dish apple pie, but it is some kind of scrumptious. Scrumptious is the word I want to use, and I couldn't even tell you the last time or if ever I've used the word scrumptious in a sentence before. As we continue on this Friday night, kind of give you the halftime stats on tonight's game. Looking at this is for, looks like it's for Jackson Academy. It's for both. I think Jackson is going to be on the right. Jackson has run a total plays 21 plays for 204 total yards, no yards passing. All of their 204 yards are on the ground. Jackson Academy has 11 first downs so far. On third downs, they're 1 for 1, 100%. For the Cougars, they've run 36 total plays, so more plays in the game than Jackson Academy. Only 108 total yards, 60 yards in the air, and 48 yards on the ground for Escambia Academy. The Cougars have 6 first downs, and their third down efficiency, they're 2 for 5, or 40%. Fourth down efficiency, the only team who has gone for it on a fourth down is Escambia Academy, and they're 0 for 1 on fourth down, and they have also turned the ball over one time in the ball game. So those are just some stats for you as we continue to try to fill you in on what's going on here on this Friday night. As we get set, both teams are kind of coming out and trying to warm back up, and we're going to be set for the second half kick when we get started here in just a few minutes. We'll take another break, and then we'll come back with the second half of this ball game. The score in the first half, Jackson Academy 32, Escambia Academy 6. We'll be back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton, your state senator. It's great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources. My job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer. specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. Your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
And welcome back as we get set to get the second half of this football game kicked off, and we'll be moving forward with it on this Friday night. Don't forget, on our sister station, 105.1 WPFL, coming up at around 10 o'clock, Paul McVeigh will be on the air. He'll have the Scoreboard show that'll be on from there. And, of course, usually after our games here, I give him a call in, and we talk to Paul about things that go on around the Escambia Academy campus and Escambia Academy Cougar football. And, of course, he'll have all the scores for you that as they occurred here on this Friday night. You know, this time last week, I was sitting at the house because the Cougars played last Thursday night due to the inclement weather that was supposed to come in on Friday, and something you and I talked about. I believe the weather was actually better Friday night than it was on Thursday night when we came and did football on Thursday night. Kind of rushed around and had to get a game in on a Thursday night, as did a lot of area schools. But the weatherman kind of threw us a curve, and it ended up being better weather for football on Friday night than it was on Thursday night.
At least in our part of the state, for sure. Yeah, no doubt.
So anyway, the Cougars are going to be kicking to the Eagles of Jackson to start the second half of this ball game. And so the Cougars kicking team will go out, and we'll try to get the second half of this game in. You know, 32-6. Jackson with a big lead, but the Cougars, as we talked about at half and talked about during the first half, you know, this game would be a lot closer if you could eliminate mistakes that kind of bit you in the behind during the first half, you know, and the Cougars, I mean, the thing to do is to try to play good defensively, hold Jackson to near the 32 that they have right now, and just move the football down the field.
And eliminate the penalties.
And eliminate the penalties. Yeah, try to score some points. And, you know, your expectation at this juncture, you can't feel like really that you got to look at the scoreboard, because you coming back and winning the ball game is really slim, but you just want to play better.
Right.
You know,
second half's a different game.
Play better this half than you did last half.
That's
and then that
exactly right.
gives you something to build forward, moving forward to next week's game.
That's right. Yeah, you eliminate the penalties. I mean, you know, the score's 32-6, but I mean, we saw lots of positive plays by the Cougars that were just called back. I mean, it was almost a 2 out of 3 chance if they had a positive play, there was going to be a penalty on the play, and it would be called back.
Well, you know, and you know what's hard for some of these kids that dress out for the Cougars on Friday night is, you know, these kids for the last 6 years or so, a winning tradition has been built here for this school, and so during what is obviously a rebuilding year, and just a handful of seniors. There's the kick. It's going to be high and end over end. It's going to end up going out of bounds. So Jacob Lee kicks the ball out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty on the Cougars. And it looks like Jackson will choose to just take the penalty. They're not going to make them re-kick, as they'll be happy to get the ball on offense where it went out of bounds.
Right.
So it will be a first down. Jackson will have the ball first down and 10 where it went out of bounds. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the...
That'll be at the 35.
Okay, at the 35. So they do bring it forward to the 35. And it'll be first down and 10 for Jackson. Jackson Academy leading in the ball game by a score of 32-6. No time off the clock, because the ball never was touched in bounds. So here comes that little quarterback rolling to his right. He's got running room. He's just going to run it. Got a first down, got more running room, still on his feet. Finally, he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like between the 35 and the 30-yard line. So a good play there on offense as the quarterback rolled to his left. He was looked like he was looking to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, I think it started off as kind of a run-pass option, and he just took off with it when he didn't have anybody in front of him.
And Huntley Dees, the quarterback, number 7, he's a sophomore. Dees now rolling to his right, looking downfield, looking to throw. He's going to throw downfield, got a man open, but he overthrows him. The intended receiver was number 10. So the intended receiver, number 10, that's Chuck Richardson. Richardson, a junior, was on a go route straight down the field, had his man beat, but the pass overthrown, incomplete. And so, one of the things that it looks like that Jackson's doing right now is Jackson wants to run the football, but being up 32-6, it gives them an opportunity to do
Try
things.
some other things.
That's right, because these are things that you may have to put in the back of your playbook as you advance further and further along the year and into the playoffs. Handoff is going to be to number 1 on the carry at left end. Number 1 is Luke Gunter, the senior running back. Just got an update from the Escambia County High School Blue Devils. Escambia County High leading Wilcox Central at the half, 27-0.
That was Charlie Sasser on that tackle, 56. So it'll be third down.
So third down and 4 for Jackson Academy. Handoff's going to be coming this way. Near side now around right end, looking for running room. Now cuts it back inside, still on his feet. It's going to be number 6, Micah Anderson.
Thomas, the ball carrier. Brought down by Riley.
So clock running with 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Jackson with the football and the lead. 32-6 the score as they're driving toward the Cougar goal line.
That same.
Yeah, quarterback still with the ball. He faked, and now he's looking downfield. Incomplete as he overthrows his receiver. He had a man in the end zone, but he was double covered. Actually, it was kind of hard to tell. I don't know that he was double covered, but I think 2 receivers ended up pretty close together, and so you ended up with a big blob of humanity down there in the end zone. It was just a couple of kids dressed in black jerseys for the Cougars, and then a couple of kids dressed in the white jerseys of Jackson. 10:01 remaining here in the third quarter. Jackson Academy ahead by a score of 32-6. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff to number 11. Got running room. Yeah. Looked like a penalty flag was thrown.
Yeah.
There is going to be a flag. That's going to be in the area of holding because the umpire threw the flag. That is going to be holding against Jackson. And so that's going to nullify the touchdown, but great running room there. Zach Barr on the carry for Jackson.
Yeah, one of their seniors.
So holding against Jackson. That'll back the Eagles up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And the clock is stopped with 9:52 to go here, third quarter. Jackson Academy still with the lead, 32-6 over Escambia. Handoff again to number 11. They're going to give him another shot at it. It looked like the same play.
It is, to the senior again. You know, looking at the roster, we were talking about that at halftime. Of their 25 players, 12 of them are seniors for Jackson, as we talked about.
So when you've got roughly 50% of your kids on the field are seniors, that's a pretty good spot to be in.
Yeah, versus 5 out of 30 for the Cougars, just to show the experience difference.
Clock running, 9:20 to go here in the third quarter. 3rd and 8 for Jackson. Whistles, pre-snap whistles.
Flags on the field.
And usually that's going to signify motion. Dead ball, yes it is. Illegal procedure against Jackson. So now Jackson is kind of shooting themselves in the foot as they're moving backwards. Clock whistled into play, 9:05 to go here in the third quarter. Third down and 13 for the Eagles. Little misdirection play coming back around the right end. Got to make a man miss. Does. Finally gets hit from behind. And he's going to be knocked down short of the goal line.
That is Thomas, number 15.
So Cameron Thomas on the carry.
First and goal, Eagles from the 1.
It's going to be a first and goal Eagles. The ball down at the Cougar 1 yard line. Clock moving with 8:30 to go here in the third quarter. A lot of misdirection with these offenses, with the offense here. There's number 11 on the carry, breaks the first tackle, and he's going to dive headlong into the end zone. And that's going to be another Jackson Eagle score. Jackson Academy lights up the scoreboard again. And with that 6 points, that's going to run the score to Jackson 38, Escambia Academy 6, with 8:04 to go here in the third. So the point after touchdown coming. And Jackson will leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. You know, one of the things that they always told us about one of these wing T offenses, this old-fashioned looking football offense that the Cougars are going up against tonight.
He got it. He got one foot in.
Yeah, looked like he did get a foot in. Of course, we won't get the we don't get a replay, but it did look like a good play. So the 2-point conversion is good, and that's going to run the score to Jackson Academy 40. And the Escambia Academy Cougars 6. We'll take a break and we'll come back. You're listening to Escambia Academy Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Every neighborhood is different. Every home unique. But one thing is for sure. Everywhere you go, you'll find people who take pride in their homes. Indoors, outdoors, they're always working on something. At your local ACE, we're proud to play our part in the communities we serve. And we want you to know that whatever projects you're planning, whether they're big or small, we'll be there. Have a question? Come in and ask. Our associates will be glad to help. They'll show you everything you'll need to get started. Give you friendly tips and expert advice in getting great results. Helpful ways to help you save time and money. Painting a room a new color. Getting the lawn just right. From changing porch light to hanging pictures on the wall. If you need help, your local ACE is just minutes away. Stop by today. Help the place.
Steve Bondurant Lumber and Hardware with locations in Bruton, Century, and Atmore.
Welcome back. 40-6 the score here in the third quarter. 8:04 remaining in the third. Jackson Academy leading Escambia Academy. Kickoff is going to be fielded by number 3. That's going to be Christian Crook.
He's got
some running room. It's going to be a penalty on the play, a blindside block.
Christian Kirk returns the ball for the Cougars.
That's going to be a penalty against the Cougars. It's going to be a blindside block. You know, and we've talked about the whole blindside block thing. You know, I mean, that's something that they're trying to get out of the game at every level.
Yeah, you're seeing it a lot when you're watching your college football games on Saturdays and your pro games on Sundays. It's just being called a lot this year. I mean, no doubt.
Yeah,
about
and I mean that happened
if it's
right
even
here.
Close.
It happened right in front of the official, and it happened right here on the sideline in front of us. And as a matter of fact, you and I have noticed before in ball games that we've called together that you can see them coming.
Yeah.
And a lot of times before they
we're
blocks are
yelling,
even
don't
made,
do it.
yeah, we're going, don't do that, and it's too late.
And the whole rule is you've got to be able to see his numbers. You got to get your head around in front of him and your body. I mean, if you catch him even on the side at all,
that's right, because the whole deal with the blindside block is the kid getting blocked has got to be able to see you.
Right.
It's not so much that you got to get in any kind of position. He's got to see you coming to protect himself.
Right.
And it's hard to do because, like, I mean, I know from playing back when we played, I mean, that used to be a good block.
Yeah.
Those used to be the blocks that we high-fived each other during when we were watching film.
Right. But it's going to have to get to the point where these kids have been playing with that rule for several years, because a lot of them came up under different rules, and now they're still trying to play the way they were brought up, and it's just going to take a little while for them to realize that.
Well, they are easy to make. The blocks are. They're easy to make, and to be honest with you, they're still kind of awesome looking, and so it's going to be hard to. It's going to be, because if you got a kid that's aggressive, and you don't want to take their aggressiveness away from them, if they get a chance to decleat somebody, they're going to take that shot. 7:52 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars with the football on offense.
Ty McCants.
Yeah, Ty McCants with the football, looking for room, and he's going to be. Play was well played there by Jackson. They strung the play out, and they finally got people up there to finally corral Ty McCants up and run him out of bounds. Of course, they say he stayed inbounds, so the clock continues to run. And we may be in a situation here at 40-6. We may be in a running clock situation.
Well, and even if it's not, the referees will probably be running the clock for the most part, unless it's a.
So that play loses 2 yards. Second down and 12 for the Cougars. 7 minutes now to go here in the third quarter. 40-6 the score. Jackson Academy with the lead. A lot of time being allowed to run off the clock. High snap, fielded by Jacob Lee. McCants on the carry. Good run there.
Nice run, and I don't believe there's any penalty flags. I don't see any.
Don't see any, but
first down.
McCants slow getting up as he kind of looked like he.
I think his.
Yeah, he's up on his feet.
His back pad came loose there.
Yeah, he got hit pretty good and kind of rolled around a little bit. So that play gains first down all the way out to the 32-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 Cougars. Clock running with 6:13 to go third quarter. Movement up front. That looks like it's going to be against Jackson. Dead ball offsides against Jackson. And the clock is going to be wound and run by the head referee. 6 minutes even to go here in the third quarter. 40-6 the score. Cougars with the football. They have a first down and 5. The ball across the 35, spotted at about the 37. Jacob Lee, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Looking over the defense. Now the snap. High snap. Fakes the handoff. Now he's looking, being pursued. He's going to be finally steps out of bounds. As he was Jacob was running for his life, looking to pick up a block. Nobody out there to block for him, so finally he does step out of bounds. And the clock will stop with 5:31 to go here, third quarter. That play loses 4 yards. So now instead of a 1st and 5, it's going to be a 2nd down and 9. The clock stopped with 5:31 to go in the third. Jacob Lee from the shotgun. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw the ball out here to the back out of the backfield. Actually, that was to the wideout, Devin Kelly. And it looks like that's going to gain enough for the first down. Cougars will now have the ball 1st down and 10. The ball comes all the way out to near the 40-yard line. And a timeout taken on the field. But since we're so far into the timeout, we'll just keep it right here for a little bit. Try to update you on some scores here momentarily on games around the area. I do know that the Escambia County High School Blue Devils, on their homecoming against Wilcox Central, they were leading the game at halftime by a score of 27-0.
And I haven't seen anything on that since then, so looking online.
So the clock now running again. Inside 5 minutes at 4:57. Clock moving 4:56, 4:55. Cougars on offense, trailing in the ball game by a score of 40-6. Jacob Lee from his quarterback spot takes the snap from the shotgun, looking downfield. Got a man open. Oh, ball tipped away.
Almost tipped into his hand.
Sure did. If ST would have been looking around the other way, he may have actually fielded that deflection. Pass defended there by number 11, Zach Barr, for Jackson Academy. But the Cougars trying to get the ball down the field via the pass. And a strong arm showed there by left-handed quarterback Jacob Lee. But the ball is tipped and falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the Cougar 40-yard line. Slots up, movement.
Flag on the field.
The Guinness Book of World Record goes to.
It's going to be offsides against Jackson. And I was just going to say, I was going to make a comment, and I'm glad I held it, but I'm going to go ahead and make it now, that, you know, there would be a discussion on the way home if at any juncture in this game, in a 40-6 game, if one of my fellow officials throwed a flag and it was marked off against the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, really. Uh-oh.
Jacob
nice
Lee
keeper.
pulls it out. Yeah, nice little keeper there by Jacob Lee. Got running room, breaks the tackle. He gets around right in, and then still on his feet, running toward the end zone, but he's going to be tripped up finally. It looks like inside the 10.
Jacob showing some real speed on that play.
Jacob Lee did the right thing right there. It was that little run-pass option. He stuck it in the gut of Christian Crook, pulled it out. And then Lee went around right end,
And turned on the burners.
Made a couple of good shifty moves, got outside, and was able to use his speed. And so the ball is all the way down to the 8-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and goal for the Cougars. The clock still runs with 3:56 to go in the third quarter. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be, yep.
Hard run by
Still
Ty
on his,
McCants.
oh yeah, Ty McCants still on his feet.
McCants, the ball carrier.
Showing some slipperiness and elusiveness in a lot of traffic. But with all that being said, the play actually fails to gain. Looks like it lost about half a yard. And it's going to be 2nd down and goal for the Cougars back to near the 9-yard line. Play loses 1 yard.
2nd and goal from the 9.
Trip wide receivers to the right. Fake. Oh, he missed his man.
He was open, too. A little too much mustard on that one.
Yeah, but that's one thing that, you know, we've made mention before. One thing about Jacob is Jacob is a baseball player, and he's a left-handed pitcher, and he can bring it pretty good from the mound. And sometimes in all the excitement, he loses his touch, and he throws it like he's throwing it off the mound. Yeah. And that's just, you know.
And that's what that was, a fastball.
Yeah, that was a fastball at the kneecaps, about 90 miles an hour, and it's hard to catch. Trips to the right. There's the snap. High snap, and Jacob Lee's going to be thrown for a loss.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down.
That play just didn't develop at all because somebody up front didn't block.
Yeah, he had no time to throw or even think, really.
Yeah, that play didn't have any opportunity to develop at all.
Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 16, so it'll be 4th and goal from 16.
So 4th down and goal for the Cougars from the Jackson Academy 16-yard line. There's the snap. Lee looking downfield, going to step up, going to try to throw it. Throws it across his body, gets a man open. He's got to get in the end zone, does he? No signal.
He's in the end zone. Come on.
I believe they're going to mark him short.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
It looks like they're getting no signal as of yet.
Touchdown.
Yes, they do give him a touchdown.
Goodness.
It took everybody to get together. They had to talk about it just a little bit. But it does end up being a touchdown for the Cougars.
I thought it was a touchdown.
Well, I couldn't tell because of the angle that we're at, but I knew he was close. But nobody ever signaled anything, but they did the right thing by not calling anything. They get together because once you call it a touchdown, you can't uncall it.
Right.
So now, since they didn't call it, they can get together and say, hey, what do you have? Well, I had a touchdown. What do you have? Yeah, I had one too. Okay, well, 2 out of 3, we'll call it a touchdown.
And Cougars will go for 2.
40-12 the score. Cougars are going for 2. Jacob Lee rolling to his right. Look, he's going to throw that one into the ground. And that 2-point conversion is going to fail. So with 1:55 left to go here in the 3rd quarter, the score, Jackson Academy, the Eagles 40, Escambia Academy 12. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Juniper Creek Lumber is a family-owned and operated sawmill operation with locations in Uri, Alabama, and Bluntstown, Florida. Juniper Creek Lumber specializes in turning storm recovery logs into custom-cut lumber for use in a variety of building projects. We have longleaf pine, juniper, white cedar, cypress, and hardwood. And who would love pouring custom cut to your need and specification? Check us out on Facebook or call Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 51362-8100. That's Greg Fralick at 251-254-0414 or Cooper Dean at 251-362-8100 for Juniper Creek Lumber, Southern Best. No visit to Atmore is complete until you've experienced Gather. The Gather restaurant, located at 111 West Nashville Avenue in Atmore, has become the premier location for an incredible dining experience. From delectable appetizers and perfectly seasoned steaks to scrumptious dessert choices, your mouth is sure to water just thinking about your next trip to Gather. Great food, incredible service, and an authentic Southern charm will have you coming back again and again. Gather is open Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. The Gather restaurant is a proud sponsor of Escambia Academy Cougar Athletics.
Welcome back, and we thank Chef Chris McElhaney and the bunch at the Gather for sponsoring Cougar football. Jackson Academy taking the kickoff, returning it out to near the 25-yard line. You know, something we haven't done yet, we haven't made our way by the Gather to experience the cooking of Chef Chris McElhaney and his crew this year. You know, they have incredible steaks, and they're just, you know, just the best food around. Really good food there, and of course, if you ever check out the Gather restaurant on Facebook or Chef Chris's Facebook page, he and his wife's Facebook, they've got a slew of kids.
Yeah.
And they all go to EA.
And there's a couple of them out on the football field making plays tonight.
That's right. So, you know, with all the kids that they have in the family picture, that Chef Chris has to be able to cook.
Yeah.
Because he has to feed all them youngins he's got. And not only that, he's got a couple of Whoppers.
I've yet to see a bad review on them. I mean, everything you get is just about how delicious it is and how good the service is.
Well, we're definitely going to get in there and see them before the season is over. And so glad to have them sponsoring Escambia Academy Cougar football. And if you find yourself eating at the Gather maybe this weekend or someday during the week, then don't forget to tell Chef Chris that, hey, we thank you for allowing those guys to bring us Escambia Academy Cougar football on the radio each and every week, because without his sponsorship and the help of our other sponsors, we would not have that opportunity to come out and do what we do and bring you these games each and every week on the radio and on either Facebook or YouTube. Also want to remind you about our sponsors that sponsor the video portion of this broadcast. Those are the fine folks at Johnson Ford, Mr. Jim Johnson and all his folks there, the fine folks at Reynolds Real Estate, and also Dr. William Harris. And Dr. William Harris is a general surgeon here locally in the Atmore area. So if you gotta have anything surgeried, then go by there and see Dr. Harris. I'm sure he can. I don't even know that would be the right term to use. Do you get things surgeried? Is that what you do?
Sounds good to me, my friend. We got a.
There's a good run there on first down by Jackson.
Looks like one of the younger players, a little substituting going on Jackson's part.
Well, and for a younger player that gets in a ball game like this and makes a play like that,
yeah.
That's how younger players get playing time when the rest of the team is on the field.
That's right.
So it'll be first down and 10 Eagles. Clock running with 1:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Ball spotted at the Cougar 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 Jackson. Do see some clean uniforms in the ball game for Jackson. There's a snap. Handoff is going to be on a little misdirection, looking for running room. Good tackle there, looking for help, and finally getting some help.
I saw a flag come out, maybe a face mask on that one.
Flag on the field.
Almost looked like they may have had each other's face masks. But
yeah, we've seen a lot of flags tonight. And if it was just a hand on, I didn't really see anything get pulled or yanked or twisted. I'd still. They're actually backing. Looks like they're backing Jackson up, and they're calling the face mask on Jackson. So that doesn't happen very often, that you get a face mask on an offensive.
He stiff-armed him into in his face mask. You know, had his hands up in his face. Wasn't nothing as the word you used one time, egregious, but
Yeah,
it
well,
was enough to get the 5-yard penalty.
Well, and the thing is, too, you look at a play like that, that's just like, and I don't understand why it never gets called. Now, there's a running play right there, number 8, the ball carrier. Ball comes loose, and everybody's diving for it. Clock's going to stop with 33. So I don't know what all the excitement was far side. Looks like there was a little extracurricular going on. And, of course, from the noise that came from the Jackson stands, they always feel like that it's their guy that's being mistreated. But I didn't actually see the play, so I don't know. I saw an Academy, an EA player that looks like trying to get a number. It's like Ty McCants with his helmet off. And he's coming off the field, and a replacement is going on. But looked like a little extracurricular going on far side. I was actually watching the play, and I thought the ball had come out.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike on them.
Yep, and they've got an ejection. So the player, Ty McCants for EA, has been ejected. So, my deal is that if they call them offsetting, why aren't both players ejected? I mean, you seem like if you're going to penalize one of the players, that the penalties should be the same for the same offense.
So what is the rule on it? So will Ty have to sit out the first half of the next game?
Yeah, I believe so. Yep, he'll be forced to sit out the remainder of this one in the first half of the next one. And it looks like the Cougar coaching staff trying to get some clarification probably on that itself, as they're out asking. The officials are explaining it to the best of their ability. But there again, like I say, if I'm going down the road and I'm speeding and I get pulled over for speeding and you're running on my tail and you get pulled over at the same time, because I have seen it where they pull us both over, then our tickets should be the same. Just saying. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. And so the third quarter is going to end. And as the third quarter ends, we'll take a break and come back. The score at the end of 3 quarters is Jackson Academy 40, Escambia Academy 12. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
The Heat Sports Grill and 30 Below Ice Cream, located at 110 North Main Street in Atmore, invite you in. From appetizers and sides to their famous bone-in, boneless chicken wings, or one of their fan favorites, delicious burgers, sandwiches, or hot dogs. And don't forget to leave room for dessert. The Heat Sports Grill has Wing Wednesdays, $1 bone-in from 5 to 8. And college football Saturdays, it's $1 bone-in all day. They open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. You can call ahead, 251-308-4238, or order online. The Heat Sports Grill, 30 Below Ice Cream, 110 North Main, Atmore.
Wi-Fi at Johnson Ford. We put our customers' wants and needs first. Fix your time and offer a stress-free approach to selling cars. This is reflected in our winning Ford President's Award 5 years consecutively. From sales to service, we do everything we can to achieve the highest level of customer service. We are proud to be the premier Ford dealership in this area. We invite you to come by and see us at 1828 South Main Street in Atmore to experience the no-hack, best price, worst way of doing business. Stop by and see Jim Johnson and the staff, or give them a call, 251-368-2135.
Welcome back as we get set to move into the fourth and final quarter of this ball game on a Friday night. In Canoe, Alabama, at Escambia Academy, the Escambia Academy Cougars trailing Jackson Academy by a score of 40-12. Of course, Jackson Academy comes into this game with a 4-0 record, averaging 42.5 points a game and only giving up about 6.5. And Jackson ranked number 4 out of all AISA football teams.
All classifications.
That's right. Number 1 in the state, if you're talking about rankings of just the 1A classification, but number 4 overall in all 3 classifications. Right. That's going to be some motion. You know, and what really made that motion was somebody up front moved. If 45 would have just continued moving,
he'd have been legally in motion.
Right, he would have been legally in motion and probably not thrown a flag. Now, that may have thrown like a big bone into the whole play because he may have been fixing to be the one to get the football. Yeah. Didn't appear to be, though, because he was more looking like he was very timidly going to be a blocker.
Yeah, got some young guys in now.
Yeah, and that's what he's doing. He's lead blocking. That was the same play.
A fumble.
Scramble for the football.
It looks like Jackson.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson's going to maintain possession. So the clock running, 11:52 to go here in the ball game in the fourth quarter. Jackson with the ball and the lead, 40-12. They're leading Escambia Academy. As we look down some of the other scores around the area. In the third quarter, Escambia County, the Blue Devils, they lead Wilcox Central by a score of 34-0 on homecoming for the Blue Devils. Northview leads Alberta. Northview, Florida, leading Alberta, Alabama, 41-17 in the third quarter.
And, you know, that Alberta, that's a good football team, so Northview has really got it going on this year.
There's a penalty flag coming down.
Raining down.
Yeah, there were several. I believe everybody that had something yellow threw it. Holding against Jackson. And I do know that, you know, just watching things, you know, our near side guy over here, the wing to this side, he really likes his flag.
Yeah.
And he wants everybody else to like it as much as he does.
I think he's got it named.
He throws it a bunch. Other scores around the area, XL 14, Flomaton 8. That score's probably changed, and we just don't have an update. W.S. Neal High School, where Coach Hugh Fountain now coaches, leading Hillcrest Evergreen at the half, 6-0. Neal must be just sitting on the football.
Yeah.
Because that Hillcrest Evergreen team is really a good football team. There's a snap, handoff at left tackle. Finally corralled and run out of bounds. Clock running, 10 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the ball game. Jackson Academy with the football. Other games around that may be of some interest. Jackson High School, the Aggies, leading Bayside Academy in the fourth quarter by a score of 30-3. St. Luke's leading J.U. Blackshear in Uri by a score of 15-8. Thomasville playing at Cottage Hill, leading the game in the third quarter by a score of 6-0.
That's a nice tackle by Blake Hardy for the Cougars on that play. No, he may have gained one or two, but it was still a nice play by Blake. Bessemer
Academy leading Monroe Academy in the fourth quarter by a score of 31-14. And Fruitdale all over J.F. Shields by a score of 38-0. That was the score at the half. So 9:21 and counting here in the ball game. Jackson Academy with the football. There's the snap. going to hand off to the back in the backfield, battling for yardage. Cougars trying to corral him. Drags them inside the 5 to about the 3-yard line. And it looks like it's going to be a first down and goal from there. So yardage picks up enough for a first down. It'll be first down and goal now for Jackson. The ball inside the Cougar 5-yard line at about the 3. Clock still running, 8:55 to go in the ball game. Jackson leading the game by a score of 40-12. There's the snap. Handoff is going to be up the middle. No signal as of yet, so it doesn't look like a touchdown.
I don't believe he got it. No, it looked like several Cougars in on the tackle. I thought I saw Zeke McElhaney and some others getting up. Maybe Nick Kane on that one. And 61. That was Blake Hardy again. So I don't see Nick in there. So
Zeke McElhaney on that last
yeah,
tackle.
Zeke McElhaney. Good job.
So second down and goal still for the Cougars. Or I'm sorry, for the Eagles. Second down and goal, ball inside the 3, down about the 2-yard line. As that previous play gained 1 yard. I guess 1 yard would not be plural. That would be a singular 1 yard. Quarterback keeper, as he takes the ball around right in, he's going to get into the end zone and score, and that's going to be a touchdown for Jackson. So with 8:59 to go here in the ball game, the score, Jackson Academy 46 and Escambia Academy 12. You know, I have to correct myself grammatically because I got a chance to see her the other day, you know, when we were at the event we were at. But
saw Miss Wilkins.
Yeah, Miss Renee Wilkins. And if I don't correct myself grammatically, then she'll scold me the next time she sees me.
No, you didn't say grammatically, so that's
well, that's true. I know I used to make her mad a lot of times back when we were in school because she would always look at me and she'd go, "Where's your grammar?" And I'd say, "Grammar's in the kitchen making cookies." She never, yeah.
No, you didn't.
She never, yeah, she didn't find the humor in that like I did. Anyway, 8 minutes, right at 8 minutes, 7:59 to go here in the ball game as we continue. Let's take a quick break and come back. The score here in the fourth quarter, Jackson Academy 48, Escambia Academy 12. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore. You may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Diamond Gasoline Stations with locations all over South Alabama and Northwest Florida wish all the local teams in the area good luck this football season. Thank you for making Diamond Gasoline your choice for quality fuels and convenience items. Diamond Gasoline is proud to support this podcast and be a part of the community. And remember, fill your tank and save your green at Diamond Gasoline. Whether selling or buying home, lots, land, or commercial properties in both Alabama and Florida, you need to see the fine folks at Southern Real Estate. Debbie Rowell, owner and broker, and agent David Dobson are ready to assist you with any real estate needs. Located at 800 East Nashville Avenue in Atmore and at southernrealestate.org on the web, they are just a phone call away at 251-368-4397. Choosing the right realtor makes all of the difference. See Southern Real Estate.
Welcome back. Cougars going to get the football after the kick. Jacob Lee picks up the ball, brings it across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line. And that's where the Cougars will take over the ball first down and 10. You know, and it's amazing to me that that we're not seeing the running clock with a 48-12 score. And the reason being is I was talking to the clock operator prior to us going on the air tonight. This crew from that's officiating this game tonight, because of a shortage of officials that are available to call ball games on a Friday night, they are from Lynette, Alabama.
Wow.
You remember we were there last
year. Yeah.
You know, that's a haul.
It is.
And really, you know, to come to a game in Canoe, Alabama, and then have to make that drive back. So the Cougars trying to move the ball on first down. Christian Crook coming out of the game with his helmet off. Play loses about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Cougars. Slot receivers to both sides. Jacob Lee from the shotgun takes the snap, looking downfield, going to throw it. Left-handed quarterback throws.
Oh. Not a bad throw on that.
Yeah, not a bad throw, but I tell you, he did something to his receivers that receivers hate. He made him leave his feet to try to catch the football, and that quarterback came up and smoked him at about the 45. So pass is incomplete. Clock stopped with 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Cougars with the football, trying to move it some way, somehow. A lot of new, clean jerseys on the field for Jackson. On the defensive side of the football, it's going to be 3rd down and 12 now with slot receivers both sides. Single setback in the backfield. That's going to be trying to get a number right there. That's going to be Jacob Lee's going to keep the football. Got some running room, zigging and zagging, coming still on his feet, and going to dive for enough for a first down. A good run there by Lee. And, you know, on a couple of plays here tonight, you know, we've seen something that EA has not used that much, but they may need to incorporate in the game a little more. You know,
Lee can run.
Yeah, he can run. And, you know, last year, the quarterback run was a big part of this Cougar offense. Yeah. 1st down and 10 Cougars. Ball now inside Jackson Eagle territory at the 49-yard line. Cougars looking to the sideline, trying to get the play in. Of course, the play clock is being kept on the field. I promise you there will not be a delay of game penalty thrown. They'll let them take as much time as they want to. Jacob Lee fakes to the back, now looking to throw. He's got to throw all the way across. Oh, almost picked off. Yeah, that was a dangerous throw.
Don't throw late across the middle.
Don't throw. No, and he did.
That was far back.
Yeah, that was real late. And that was almost a pick six. Number 8 for Jackson, E.J. Hunt, a freshman, almost made that interception. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Ball inside Eagle territory at the 49.
2nd down, 10.
Comes a man in motion. There's the snap. Jacob Lee looking downfield. Got a man open. He's going to. Number 22 on the reception for the Cougars. S.T. Clark. S.T. makes a good move. Gets a little extra yardage. You know, S.T.'s just a good-looking athlete.
He is. I mean, and for a freshman, I mean, he's got good size also, and very, very athletic looking. So
he's a good baseball player as well. Plays baseball for the Cougars. Played a little summer league baseball this year. So he's a multi-sport athlete.
Well, I'm really surprised Jackson has got Bayside 30-9 now in the 4th quarter. The Bayside team is pretty good, and still have Escambia County Blue Devils 34, Wilcox nothing in the 3rd. Northview's putting it on Alberta 49-17.
Yeah, that Northview team is good.
Wow, they are. I mean, they're beating good teams badly.
Yeah, they went down last week and beat the Tate Aggies, and Tate is the largest school in Escambia County, Florida. Northview is one of the smaller schools in the entire state of Florida.
1A school, yeah.
And Florida has that neat little thing that they do. They have 1A. They have 1A schools like 1A schools like that may be in Jacksonville or somewhere like that, private schools and such. But then they also have what is called 1A rural schools, and Northview is a 1A rural school, and they're Skull Dragon.
Big schools.
Big schools.
Yeah.
Clock running now with 4:09 to go here in the ball game. Escambia Academy trailing in the ball game by a score of 48-12. Cougars with the football. They're moving the ball. They now have a first down. First down and 10. The ball just inside the 20-yard line at about the 19. Jacob Lee still at quarterback for the Cougars. Something we were talking about earlier is I would like to see the Cougars kind of incorporate the running game, including the quarterback, because Jacob Lee has proven tonight on a couple of scrambles that he has made. He's something to be defended.
Right. Not on that play.
Not on that play. On that play, he's actually trying to get the ball downfield, right, and he's just not getting any pass blocking. Yeah, Cougars are going to take a timeout. We'll keep it right here. 3:13 to go here in the ball game. And so the Cougars are going to fall again tonight, and that will make them 0-3 on the year. Jackson Academy will pick up another win. They'll be 5-0 and probably still hang around that 4 spot. Now, and I'm not wanting to make anybody mad at Jackson by any means, but with the Jackson has 25 kids on their roster, and they're a good football team. I kind of wonder about their 4th ranking overall in the state, especially when you consider your bigger schools that would be 3A and 2A schools. Now, in saying this, if you think about some of the bigger schools that were to be ranked, that would be in those rankings, as far as in the AISA, you no longer have Pike Lib. They're now
right.
a public school
ball.
Yeah, and so you got and is Atauga Academy also?
No, Atauga Academy is still playing AISA.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I know there were several that were looking at making that jump.
There were a couple more that moved besides Pike Liberal, but it wasn't Atauga. Atauga's still playing AISA.
Jacob Lee with the football, keeps it right up the middle, got running room. He's going to zig and zag, needs to go forward. He looked like he dropped the football, and it gets knocked loose. And it looks like, according to the reaction from the other side, that Jackson Academy is going to recover it. So the Cougars are going to turn the ball over as the ball was slapped out of the hands of Jacob Lee. And, that happens a lot of times when you're trying for extra yardage and everything. That's what they used to tell us, don't carry the football like it's a loaf of bread.
Right.
And so he kind of had it out there one-handed like it was a loaf of bread. Somebody came along and slapped it. Yeah. So with 3 minutes left to go in the ball game, let's take a timeout and we'll come back and finish this one up. The score with 3 minutes to go. The Jackson Academy Eagles 48, the Escambia Academy Cougars 12. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Cougar Football on WBZR Atmore, or you may be watching on either Facebook or YouTube.
Good evening. This is Greg Albritton. Great to be back under the lights of Friday night football. It's been a long time since I was a player under these same lights, but I haven't forgotten the hard work, determination, and teamwork it takes to finish the game with a victory. As your senator, I use these same principles in Montgomery as we compete with other areas of the state for the resources we need. It is my job to see that Escambia County comes out a winner.
Atmore Auto Parts, located at 105 North 2nd Avenue in Atmore, is your local Napa dealer, specializing in automotive parts, farm and agricultural parts, ATV and heavy-duty parts, marine and hydraulic hoses. Atmore Auto Parts is open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5 and on Saturdays 7 to 12. No one knows parts better than the folks at Atmore Auto Parts. So for your next project, call Atmore Auto Parts at 251-368-2148.
And we want to thank the fine folks at Atmore Auto Parts for all they do is sponsoring Escambia Academy Cougar football on Friday nights. Go by and see Mr. David Smith and Brandon and the whole crew there at the Napa Auto Parts store, Atmore Auto Parts, located on Ridgely Street in Atmore. They'll take care of you. Matter of fact, I got to go by there and check on some things myself. As a matter of fact, I'm in the market for I got to get a serpentine belt for my.
I thought you already did that.
No, I got the spark plugs done, but I still got the belt to do. So
need a few scars on your knuckles.
Yeah, well, somebody's going to get them. It may not be me. I may not. I remember Dad. You know, Dad would get scars on his knuckles, and then he would say something ugly, and that meant to duck. You know, because we would duck. Because you know how it is when you're doing mechanic work with your dad. The worst thing in the world you can do. Nobody can ever hold the flashlight right.
Oh, yeah.
And that was my only job.
You know, Mark and I thought our names were Knothead and Bonehead when we were growing up because of working on doing the mechanic with my dad.
Yeah, well, I can remember holding the light for Dad, never holding it right. Of course, everything was my fault at that juncture. And then he would say something ugly. I would duck. I'd hear the wrench go over the top of my head. And then, after it got dark and he's sitting there watching TV, he would go, "Hey, boy, do you ever go get my wrench?" And I'd say, "No, Dad, but I'm on my way now," as a matter of fact. And Jimmy and I would go with a flashlight and try to locate that wrench. Matter of fact, there's probably a whole toolbox full of wrenches right there on 314 Cloverdale out in that little wooded area where Dad.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, when he wasn't mad at us, we thought our names were Hey Boy, too.
That's right.
Hey Boy.
Yep. 1:40 to go here in the ball game. 48-12 the score. Jackson Academy with the football after the fumble. And they're taking a lot of time. They're just trying to eat up clock.
They are. And being quite successful at it.
And the officials crew, they're not going to throw a flag for too much time. They're going to let them take as much time as they want to. So that running play at right tackle, gained some yardage. Clock still moving. 1:02, 1:01, 1 minute, inside a minute now. And so Jackson Academy is going to pick up a win here in Canoe on this Friday night by a score of 48-12 unless something happens and somebody just happens to break one. So Escambia Academy is going to go to 0-3. Jackson Academy is going to go to 5-0. And will certainly at least remain ranked number 4 in the state in AISA football.
Yeah, they're in the victory formation.
Yeah, inside 30 seconds now, 22, 21, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. And there's the snap. Quarterback's going to take a knee, and that's going to do it. So that's going to wrap things up for us here from Escambia Academy in Canoe, Alabama. The final score of this ball game, the Cougars lose to Jackson Academy by a score of 48-12. Now, if you're going to be on your way home from the ball game or whatever, and you want to get filled in on all the area football scores going on in this region, in this area, tune your radio dial over to 105.1. That's WPFL in Flomaton. And Paul McVeigh will have all the scores from all the games around the area. A lot of good games going on right now. They'll be finishing up. Paul will have the scores. And he always has an incredible trivia question that has a big prize package that'll go along with that. So tune in with that. That's 105.1 FM in Flomaton. Tune in for them, and that'll be the Scoreboard show coming up beginning at right around 10 o'clock. That's going to do it for myself, for my partner Rick Burkett in Canoe, Alabama, as the final score, once again, of this ball game, the Jackson Academy Eagles 48, the Escambia Academy Cougars 12. We'll see you next week from this same place. Kickoff will be at about 7 o'clock as normal. We'll get on the air at about 6:45. So join us for Cougar football next week, right here on the radio and on Facebook and on YouTube.